Real Recovery family, coming at you today with a reaction video on the day in the life of an addict in Baltimore, Maryland.
Probably about 4 years ago, I started prostituting.
And I bent over to put a hit on my stem, and I seen this little midget guy in the dark.
My dad died when I was 3. My husband hung himself in my attic.
I really do want to get clean.
In 8 days, I lost my Mercedes, my job, my kids.
This is xylazine. It is now in Baltimore. This is what it's doing to our arms. It's staining our skin.
I got kidnapped by a pimp when I was 17.
This living room had clear painter's tarp on it, and I was butt naked, run down the street.
We're not out here having fun, I promise you that. It's not. It was fun years ago when we were smoking weed, dancing, drinking, having fun, but the fun stopped a long time ago. Baltimore, not Baltimore. We in Baltimore. Like a ball.
Started probably
Started using drugs.
I'm 42, so probably about 20 years ago, I started sniffing heroin. I got with a guy, ended up having a baby with him. My son is 15 years old now. So I was with him for 15 years. So it was mainly just doing heroin. Probably about 2019, my mom passed away and I started smoking crack. And probably about 4 years ago, I started prostituting. I always pretty much kept a job, but my kids got took from me, and so my journey of prostitution started. And it's been pretty much clip ever since. I've been to about 4 different treatment centers. The longest I've been clean is probably about 5 months. But I'm still out here, so I'm still struggling. I still want to get clean, just not right now. I got kidnapped by a pimp when I was 17. Then in New York City, I was working up there as a stripper. But I wasn't doing drugs then, but I was kind of introduced to him. And I stayed with the pimp guy for about 3 years. My mother finally got me back.
Background, she's just out of it. She don't even
and I was
realize
living
there's
in
anything
Brooklyn, New
going
York,
on.
on Flatbush and Lincoln Road. Came back to Baltimore. So the prostitution stuff always been on and off. I really do want to get clean because
And this is what I
I'm
tell
losing
people.
control of having my son start showing me my resentment. And I don't like that.
This is when she needs
My
her loved
20-year-old
ones.
son that also worries about
So
me.
please, you got loved ones out there. Don't give up
But I
on
really
them.
do want to get
Please try
clean.
to help them.
I feel like I don't know where to start.
You know, if it wasn't for my mother, I
What's
wouldn't
hardest
know
way?
what I would have done without that woman.
What would you say to somebody who's headed down this road?
I was tell them to get out while they can. There ain't nothing out here but death and jail. I was telling them to get out while they can. Because these streets out here, they eat you up, spit you out. I did 18 months over Baltimore City Jail, 2015. I've been to Rikers Island before, years ago. The last time I was incarcerated was 3 years ago. I caught a charge in Leesburg, Virginia, for nickel crack. Stayed in jail for 25 days. Baltimore held me till they came and got me. And I finally just got my warrants lifted. So I have to go back to court next year in March.
So what would you say a lot of the females' main source of income is out of here?
Man, I don't mean no harm,
Sucking chicken.
but who would pay money
People got
to have sex
sugar
with
daddies,
with her looking like that?
Finessing.
Like, come on.
bottom raw dates. Probably make up to $500 a day if you really put your mind to it and discipline yourself. Yeah. Pretty much.
I'm Alicia. I'm 34 years old. I'm from Annapolis. I'm a county girl. Been on West Side probably about a year. I'm usually from South Baltimore. I've been in South Baltimore for about 8 years. I've been back out here 4 years. I had 4 years clean. And then I came home and my son had taken charges. He was young, so he was 15. He took charges for a gang, ended up with 9 felonies. A bunch of shit happened. I didn't want him to die, so I started
gorgeous in her day.
getting high. So I brought him out here with me, and I've been stuck ever since. I don't know, at 15 when I started getting high too.
And it's dangerous out there.
And
Trust me, I know. I live out there.
It was easy at first. It was real easy. I've been tricking since I was 25. In 8 days, I lost my Mercedes, my job, my kids when I relapsed. I got kidnapped on Payson. I got kidnapped for 4 days, chained to a bed constantly. I had a baby born addicted 5 years ago. He was dead when he was born. They brought him back though. He's 5 now. He's in good condition. I gave him up for adoption. My mom has him. I have 4 boys altogether. And when I lost them, I lost everything. That's kind of what made me give up, you know? My son, he's clean. He has every year clean now. I don't know. It's not worth it. This shit sucks every day. It's a Groundhog Day every day. Same shit, same people. You know, growing up, you're taught to go away from violence and shit. You go towards gunshots in this life. Shit don't scare you no more. People don't scare you. You don't have feelings no more. You're not a human. You know, you walk over people when you see them, they're half dead or whatever. You walk over them, they're in your way. All your morals go out the window. Who you are goes out the window. The pain you cause your family. You just become a demon. So when I got kidnapped, I'm not exactly sure. I think I was on Smallwood. I was in an alley. Last thing I remember was bending over. I was with some dude. I was smoking coke. And I bent over to put a hit on my stem. And I seen this little midget guy in the dark. And I was like, what the fuck are you looking at? And that's the last thing I remember. I woke up on Payson, chained to his bed. My mom goes to the police, right? And the police don't care. Police are like, she's a prostitute. She's got warrants. We're not gonna, they didn't do shit. So my mom was looking for me. I'll get into that in a minute, but finally he let me take my second shower and he left the door open. I was able to get out, and when I went through his living room had clear painter's tarp on it. And I was able to I was butt naked running down the street.
There was a serial killer running around for a while. He killed 5 different prostitutes in South Baltimore.
Some more the whole time the man got me high and raped me, but I got out. 6 weeks later, that detective that didn't care, he called my mom because a girl's body got found in Carroll Park, wrapped up in the clear painter's tarp.
And helping everybody else out.
He cared then, of course. But through me, my mom started, it's called The Missing of Baltimore City. It's got 20,000 followers. So she's brought a lot of people home, a lot of girls home, a lot of kids home. So my mom's doing big things, which is pretty cool. Oh, so I get away from him, and then he finds me the next day, and we're on Monroe, and I had just copped, and he gets this girl to come up on me and beat the shit out of me. So the dealer was like, yo, get away from here. So I jump up and I run towards Wilkins, thinking, it's a main road. She ain't gonna come after me. She definitely did. She definitely came after me, beat my head into the ground, and there's definitely God, because at the same time, my best friend Veronica, she's dead now. Her and her sugar daddy, they pulled up and they were able to grab me and pull me in the truck. So I made it through them 4 days, and then I turned around and made it through the beating in the morning. And that was about 3 years ago. I'm jammed up, I'm sorry.
You good. What would it take for you to get off the street?
I don't know. I've lost my
kid.
kid.
For anybody out there with ones trying to get clean, please don't believe that. You go to rehab, trust me, they can help you get clean. They can help you get your warrants lifted. They can help you get new court dates, and you don't never have to go in the jail cell. When I went to rehab, trust me, I had 4 warrants. We got them all clear, got new court dates, and I never left the rehab center. So don't listen to that.
I just got out of jail.
Not ready to
Like
get clean right now.
when I went to court on Friday. I only had a technical, but I had a warrant. I had a detainer in Howard, so they would let me go to rehab. Well, Howard County ended up coming to pick me up, and because I didn't go bed to bed, Queen Anne's put another warrant on me. So it's like having warrants, you never get clean because you can't do shit with your life. You feel me? But it's like I don't know if I have a bottom at this point. Like I've lost my kids. I've done everything imaginable. All my friends are dead. I'm the only one left out of every single one of my friends. And so it's like, I'm here for a reason. I'm trying to figure out what that reason is, you know? But I love getting high. I don't have a sad story. Like I grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I was rich as shit. My dad had his own electric company. I was given everything. Like, you know, $2,000, $3,000 wasn't shit growing up. And when my mom got divorced from my dad, you know, I had a heroin habit. Like I did heroin right away. It was no oxys or pills or whatever. I was in love with a guy. He did dope. I did dope too. And you know, once you have a heroin habit, you do anything to get it. And you do stupid shit.
Look at that.
You don't even remember you do.
Who would have thought that was her?
I broke into a fucking snowball stand like 2 years ago. I didn't steal nothing. I broke in to eat snowballs. Like, and now I got felony charges because of that shit. But, I don't know. I don't know what brought me to West Side. It's dangerous as shit out here. Most people are scared out here. I feel at home out here. I went to Westminster when I got out of jail. Like, you know, it's a county out there.
It starts for a lot of people.
And that, you know, there's no gunshots, there's no people trapping on the corner. There's no boys on their motorcycle. It's awkward to me being around that quietness, you know?
I was from Pasadena, and then I moved to Carroll County when I was 13. My mom got me out there to get away from boyfriends, things like that. Miss America Beauty Pageants, Gifted and Talented class. State lights, spelling bees, a lot of good stuff in my life. And my dad died when I was 3. My mom raised me, and she had a stroke at 37. Blood clot went to her brain. I had to bury her. And 6 months later, my husband hung himself in my attic. My daughter watched him do it 9 days for her 3rd birthday.
That's
8 months pregnant, lost my baby. All at once, lost my business, my house. I started eating pain medicines and Xanax things for psychiatric pills, and abuse them. The doctor cuts you off, and you start withdrawing, and you go to what other people go to: marijuana, cocaine, dope. Was about 26 years old before I did dope, and I got on it by a best friend that I used to try to keep clean. I come up here every day and get her dope and go home and take care of her kids. And eventually I was sick, and she gave me a pill, and I would take care of everybody's kids in the neighborhood, do good, and eventually I started tricking on the streets, and prostitution began. Money was not there. Prostitution goes from $120 at a time down to $20 a day now. And they'll offer you anything they can. They'll take advantage of you. I've been put in a trunk, took to Florida, kidnapped, robbed, just whipped. A lot of girls out here, I wanted to change. I went to jail. I got pregnant, and I wrote to jail and asked them for somewhere to go. They put me in the CAP program. I went to Mountain Manor from there, Gaudentia, and I just stayed with the program. I went to college, got an associate's degree, started in addictions counseling. I left my pharmacology class and got hit by a drunk driver and broke this hip right here.
And there's some out there younger to believe that.
Hip. I now walk.
It's a shame.
I have one leg that's straight and one leg that's not. By Johns Hopkins Hospital. Chief Surgeon Orthopedics. This is for hip replacement plater. They put me in a nursing home where I was being harassed sexually and given drugs. They were giving out Percocets in the hospital illegally. I got hooked back on medications again. And when you're released, you have nothing. So you go back to what? Dope. And back to the streets. You have nowhere to go. My daughter is 17. She's been in foster care for 12 years. She found me last month when I was in jail. And she's bright, she's beautiful. She stops it. You get one or the other with this addiction to it. They end up like us, and they're on the streets. Or there's children that use, so 16 years old. I have seen 14-year-old girls out here tricking in Pennsylvania Avenue. My daughter is gifted in talented classes, fully paid riding University of Florida, marine wildlife biologist.
People say that that's not true.
She doesn't understand.
She's back out there because she wants to be back out there.
She ran away a month ago.
If no one ever makes it clean out, there wouldn't be people
she doesn't
out
want to
here
get back to her foster mom. She wants to be with me, but she doesn't understand why I can't I met up
So
with
she's
her and all I
just
had to do
using
was
that as
tell her I had to go
shut
around
it
the
down,
corner,
someone else, because
smoke
her
coke
life
to deal with
is
why
still going
all these
bad.
things I did to her, and she's not enough. It's not her. It's not families. It's not people that we love. It's the shit we've done to people, the things that we are. This is what I look at, and this is what I gotta face my people when I go to Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving. These are here forever. Those don't go away. I can be me again. I can laugh at the table, but they're always gonna look. People will always judge, they'll think things, and we can't live with that. So even when we come home for a little bit, like my best friend's clean right now, and my daughter's congratulating her. I said, give her a month, she'll be back. And she's like, why would you say that? I say that because nobody ever makes it completely out. I had 5 years clean, and I'm back out here again, and I was running meetings, women's coalition groups, service positions, and this is where, as you see, this is where I live. This is where I live, literally. I sleep outside, if I sleep. I've been up about 4 days now. I don't eat much. I weigh about 26. Normally I'm like 180 and 60. I don't have any teeth. They're gone. And now as a result of the car accident as well. My nose has been broken several places. My jaw is broken. My collarbone, I fell on my face off the bus stop. I never went to the hospital for any of that. Finger is broken completely. That's from cleaning glass off somebody's porch, cracked stems and bottles that were on the old lady's porch I wiped off for her. The glass got stuck in my hand. These are most recent, this is xylazine. This is now in Baltimore. This is what it's doing to our arms. It's staining our skin. And you can scrub it, it doesn't come off. This is what they're putting in our cocaine and our dope. This is not a bad thing. I was on when I did this, and this is what it's doing to my arms. And this is 1 month of using. That is where I peeled back today, literally, and it's eating holes in our skin. That's what's not missing, nothing bad. Helps me to have a hernia here and a hernia here. There's a hernia here and hernia here. That's from not eating and my stomach intestines rupturing. Too much weight loss too fast. Your body doesn't know how to handle it, I guess. The large intestine ruptures, and it comes to when you eat, then it would expand. And you see it sticks out like that. It's a lot of physical elements that you get. You can see my feet, the difference. This is my bad foot. Let's go back. See how that's all cracked? Because I depend on this foot, but not that one. From the bad hip, see the cracking? And I've been wearing tennis shoes up until maybe 2 days ago, and that's how bad they are. There's glass in this foot. You can see right there where the bubble was. I went to the hospital, they cut it out and sent me right back with nothing. So now it's a bubble that I've had to pop and keep wearing like this. These are the things that we do ourselves, and I'm supposed to go to rehab Monday, and I want to get clean more than anything, and I know that people are listening right now and they don't think that I'm serious, and you look at me and it's disgusting. I know it's disgusting, but when I leave, what am I going to do? I'm going to go get another fix and get some more dope, not be in pain for all this, you get it? And then the emotional part is the cocaine. Then you gotta do cigarettes and weed and liquor, and it just becomes a lot. And what do? You gotta come out here and risk your life to hustle up money. I don't steal or boost, that's not my thing. So I prostitute for money. It's the lowest thing. I didn't even know prostitution was real when I came to Baltimore. I said, this ain't Las Vegas, this ain't Pretty Woman. Nobody has sex for money, it's for free, for love. What are you talking about? He said, girl, you that green? I knew nothing of it. I came from Carroll County, 750 people, Tonytown. Like when we moved out there, that was all I knew. And where would you see that? Where would you see prostitution in Carroll County? Where would you see a needle? My mom didn't know what crack was. She brought me home on my vanity every night, roses from her crack stems. I know now. They had different colored roses. Do you know what these are used for? I said, what? Crack cocaine. She said, yeah, Mom, I know. She was green. Glenburnie High School cheerleading captain. Like my dad was in a band, rock and roll band, Hammerjack. She worked at. My family did not. Nobody does drugs. Like, they're all out in Carroll County and have businesses and family, and I am the black sheep of the family, but yet nobody was there when I was going down, when everybody was dying. Show the love out here, show what's going on. This, at least, you know what I mean, show people what the fuck they don't see. People ride by and look, but do you stop and ask what their story, where's their kid? I got a daughter that cries every night. She's a cutter. She's been put in the hospital because she thinks that she's not enough for me. And I want to kill myself, but if I do, she's going to kill herself and not want to live. You understand? So please just take it easy on people, y'all, and just try to help more. All you got to do is lend a hand, talk to somebody, that's all you got to do. We're not out here having fun, I promise you that. It was fun years ago when we were smoking weed, dancing, drinking, having fun, but the fun stopped a long time ago. And the government is not there. Rehab is not as easy as y'all think it is. I got an Narcan the other day in an alley, and I laid there for 6 hours. Tossing and turning alley and couldn't get up. And a pile of dirt. It was filthy when I got out. And all I wanted was another fix of dope when I got out. because it wiped everything out of me. And I said, this
Please
is what I
don't
would
give
go
up
through
on
if I
your
want to
loved
get
ones. If
clean.
you
So I'm
have some
going to call
loved
the
ones out there
ambulance and go to
going through
rehab.
this,
That night, I said, well, it's all out of me because they wiped
you
the
know,
receptors clean.
if you like this video,
I was
please
supposed to be turning ready to go to the bathroom myself. I was laying on the ground. I couldn't control my back or my body, and that's
I'm
what
going to
Narcan
continue
is.
making these
So
videos. I mean,
it's not as
continue to
easy as y'all think
react
it
to
is. It's really not.
videos.
I know a
I'm
guy
gonna
that's been to
show
rehab
y'all
6 days this
what
week,
it's
and he
like,
left every
what
time.
recovery's about.
So just
And
try to share
hopefully
with
this
people,
will
y'all,
get
what y'all doing.
to more and more
Try to
people.
do what you gotta do and try to share it with people.
And more and
Shit's
more
fucked up
people
out
will
here.
understand.
Thanks, guys.
Become aware, and more people will try to help. This is Big Mike from Gorilla Recovery. I'm out. Thank you. Peace.